Then there's a week off, and then Austin, and we wrap it up with Brazil. More than likely, unless something drastic happens, Sebastian Vettel is about to wrap up his 4th consecutive Formula One Drivers' World Championship at the age of 26. We're under yellow, and look at what has happened.
Pippa Mann and Saavedra, 2 cars running towards the back of this field. Pippa Mann's second crash so far. She crashed on Friday.
Trying to avoid Saavedra, I couldn't get down. I collected the wall on the brakes.
Sounded like she was trying to get in the pits, perhaps, but we'll have to see what happens.
Sorry, such a horrible end to this weekend. I'm so sorry, guys. I just couldn't get down there.
It has been a tough weekend for Pippa Mann. The main man has been Alex Tagliani, making up 13 positions. And how about the 21-year-old Carlos Munoz right there in the white, orange, and red car, filling in for EJ Viso. He's one of our Auto Club Speedway biggest movers.
Whoa!
He's gone! He's gone! Big time!
Easy, easy.
I hate to say I told you so. But
he had a little bit of a wiggle even before that.
I saw that coming, guys. Man, I hate that for these young guys, but you cannot run the bottom that long. He's all right. He gave a thumbs up there.
Awesome job. You're doing an awesome job. So just hanging in for safety.
Awesome job, but that car's half the size as it used to be.
Well, we called him the wild man at the Indy 500 on qualifying weekend on pole day, but he is spectacular. He is fast. Okay, he's 21. You can make errors, right? But I think for the future, if Andretti doesn't sign him up, he's a kid to grab.
Well, if you listen to his team, on the radio, they loved what they were seeing. Yeah. They want somebody that's going to be in that car that's going to be charging.
Yeah, but Wally, AJ Foyt loved what Sato was doing, but you can't,
Yeah, but like Lee said, he's only run a couple of IndyCar races.
Let me tell you that is a big hit.
Ooh, he just missed.
I just can't believe nobody got taken out. That is a big hit.
I guess he just missed Marco.
That will change your confidence as a racing driver.
Set your tools.
Yeah, I think he's just gotten so much more confident over the weekend. He's driving for a great team. He knows this is a great opportunity, and he's getting laps, more and more laps. Both him and Allmendinger, you can see they're just getting better and better as this race goes on.
Looking at Hunter Ray working on Castroneves. With Tagliani, yellows, especially on an oval.
Oh, a big crash. Justin Wilson and Tristan Vautier. And James Jakes
and
collects
Simona.
the debris.
Oh, boy, in Serbia.
And Joseph Newgarden.
Right, Justin.
Wow,
right.
Serbia's car
really
and Newgarden's car.
It's like he tried going through something the way those front wheels are hanging up there.
He's riding like a bobsled. Whoa.
What happened here? Oriol Servia in the National Guard Panther racing car. That's Tristan Vautier. Okay, Justin Wilson, there's Serbia. Graham Rahal is the yellow and black car. Justin Wilson wiggles.
That right rear tire was on that seam. We've talked about that, and Wilson turned in with his right rear right on the seam. Everybody else trying to get out of the way, and Serbia just gets pancaked. And there comes Vautier, T-boning Wilson, and then Simona somehow got caught up. She's down below sliding through the grass. But if we look at that again in slow motion, we're going to see Wilson, an unfortunate victim of those scenes.
Yeah, watch Serbia up there. He just got slammed in by Newgarden. They were just trying to get on the high side of Wilson, but just ran out of room quickly. This should be a pretty good angle if we get on board here with Serbia on the National Guard car.
All right, let's go to that onboard shot now. Take a ride with Oriol Servia.
Now you watch Wilson down on the left. He just gets a little bit loose there. Serbia's got to make a decision, so he goes high, but out of nowhere, Newgarden comes slamming up the racetrack. So Serbia made the right decision, but obviously Newgarden got hit and threw it up into Serbia. Look at that front of that car, Townsend.
Massive impact. Steering column looked bent. That's a big hit when the steering column bends.
This is a view from James Jakes. He was one of the last to arrive on the scene.
He could not see anything. Just completely lost vision.
and you heard what sounded like maybe an axle or something off of Servia's car hit at our camera just above Jake's head.
And right behind, of course, Roger Penske looks over. We know that right pitted behind them, and you saw a lot of courteous work on pit road, the way they were moving those tires out of the way. Now it's the time for Scott Dixon, and there's a crash.
AJ Allmendinger.
Whoa.
That was that Bourdais who flashed through there?
It was somebody.
That was a very...
That
very
is
lucky
right
step.
in between turns 3 and 4. That's where we saw the practice crashes. We see AJ moving inside the cockpit. Oh boy, he lost it early in the corner, Wally. Ooh.
It was Ed Carpenter below him. Ed wasn't coming to the pits, no?
It was Bourdais who went through on the low side. And knowing AJ the way we do, you saw the frustration when he got out of the car and clenched his fists. He just wanted to do well for the team here tonight. Here's another look.
Ed was, had Ed just come out? No, he didn't come out of the pits. Ed was going really slow, and it's like
AJ reacted.
Exactly.
And lost it.
Maybe Ed was coming into the pits.
He was, guys. He was going to come in, and now that yellow hurt him. He's out of fuel, coasting.
Okay, so Allmendinger didn't realize Ed was pitting. And there was a lot of talk about this in the drivers' meeting because the IndyCar Series decided let's pit off at turn 4 for this race. A lot of drivers concerned about that very issue. How do I know if someone's going to come into the pits and all of a sudden I'm running up on them on the inside and they back out to pit? He's getting crowded a little bit, but Elio's got to look forward. He's got to finish first or second.
I think there's a little frustration in the 3 helmet.
He's surrounded by Ganassi drivers. Kimball in the front. Tagliani's gone! Alex Tagliani has spun!
Oh, no.
That's too bad. He was having what a
But
great
he's going
run.
to be able to continue here, Wally. Unless he gets hit, he's going to be okay. He's going to have 4 flat tires from flat spotting him. He needs a front wing, but he'll be back out there if he can get going and stay on the lead lap.
I don't think he's going to make the lead lap, but...
There's Tagliani straddling one of those seams a little bit. I'm not sure that's what loosened him up. But, man, he lucked out to not just wallop something or get nailed by all those cars flying back. But, I mean, Wally, back to what I was saying, he just narrowly grazed with the right rear wing. If he could get to pit lane, he'd get back on track. That's weird. That's late.
Such a strange place to spin a car, being that late in the corner. It's almost if you wonder if he had a tire going down or something, because...
Yeah, that's strange. You know, unless he was just carrying a very subtle, you know, oversteer drift there, and it finally lost at the end. But
and look at all the stuff these guys are picking up when they drive down underneath tag.
And he's out of the car, so.
So, you know, the night ends not the way that Tags wanted to. Boy, he put on a spectacular drive.
Charlie Kimball's car is so strong in the center, and he's got a lot of confidence in that car to be in the middle that last time and just hung there.
Talk about confidence, Wally. How about Will Power down the inside lane?
Yeah, but Charlie's just so good.
Dixon's on
Scott
pit
Dixon.
Lane. What's the story?
Could there be a temperature issue?
On the last pit stop, they pulled out a radiator screen and they thought everything was fine. Obviously, had a crash on the track.
Bourdais, our race leader, fighting it out with Will Power and Charlie Kimball. Look at the look on Scott Dixon's face.
Oh, my gosh.
Let's have a look at what happened to Sebastian Bourdais as he steps from the car. This is from Charlie Kimball. There's Bourdais on the left, on the far left. Oh!
That was weird. That looked like a failure on the right rear. Very strange.
Did he contact Will Power?
Something broke.
It just went too.
It's just you would never give that kind of steering input on a straightaway. I'm looking at the right rear, perhaps left front.
There's Jay Penske. Watch for the reaction. His man had driven so well tonight.